What's your name?
Victoria Merlino.
Victoria Merlino.
Yeah.
And what year are you in Baruch?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. What are you studying?
I'm studying journalism and English.
What bathroom would you say is the best one to use in Baruch?
Probably 14th floor bathroom.
14th
Of
floor.
course, it's very unpopulated.
Is there anything else about it? Is it designed differently?
Well, I mean, I would say it's a slightly nicer bathroom than other bathrooms, just because it's on the 14th floor and that's where the graduate students are. Um, but yes, I would say that one's probably the best.
Gotcha. Now, when you think of Baruch, what's the thing that most frustrates you?
About Baruch,
Yeah.
well, there are a lot of things that are frustrating. I feel like, um, just like I think the most though is just the level of bureaucracy. Like things at Baruch don't just like they can't happen like in a day. You know what I mean? So like if you like let's say you need something for your club or like you need to like find something out or whatever, like it's very difficult. Also just like it's very difficult to really I guess like maneuver around Baruch physically, like elevators and like that sort of thing. And oh yeah, like just it's just frustrating how many students like we're a commuter school of course, but how many students don't participate in student life? As someone like who my whole life is basically student life and following it and covering it, like that's problematic.
In your experience regarding the bureaucracy, is there anything that you found about Baruch that's unique from other bureaucracies that you come into contact with?
I mean, they're all pretty similar in that it's a lot of like okay, like take for instance, like once I had to um, get like some registration changed for something. So it was like go to the bursar, go to the registrar, go to here. So it's like no one can really solve the problem because it's always someone else's job. Like I've just encountered that, but that's like my own. Like I'd have to look into it more to say it's like for certain, but that's just like what my impression.
Now, let's say you were reporting on a story about elevators that weren't running. How would you journalistically, ethically make sure that you are reporting it fairly? Since, as you said, this kind of thing about bureaucracy is something that concerns you, and yet you need to find the comparison to other places.
So for like something like that, well, it depends on like the nature of the story and how time sensitive it is. But I would probably look at it from all angles, and of course, like, I mean, like elevators especially have been an often covered topic at Baruch. And there's been like countless emails and like visits to the student government by the buildings person and like so like I've been there for a lot of that. So really I don't know. I mean like the problem with elevators in general, this is kind of a tangent, but like the problem with them is like we know the problem, especially since like just from our conversation like not conversation but like a presentation from the buildings person uh like the building the 17 Lex building for instance with the elevators it's they've run into like a couple of complications so now like that whole process is taking a lot longer than they anticipated so it's just kind of like you're banging your head against the wall because you want a solution or like you want to report upon a solution but there is no solution it's just continuing so that's frustrating and you know why it's happening and you know the what's and the ins and outs it's just like there's nothing that can be done which is frustrating so I don't know I got a little did that answer your question or
Maybe not